I am MissNJoy, and tonight I'm not doing questions yet. Somebody, I'm sure, will pop in and try it, but not right now. Um, I am giving a update. I try to do one yearly. I didn't do it last year. I'm trying to be better this year. I really am. And hopefully this will help. So this is an astrological update. I'm going to be talking about the planetary retrogrades that are happening year so that everybody can be have something to refer back to. If you need to take notes, mark it on your calendar. I have marked it on mine so that you can be abreast of what planets will be in retrograde this year and somewhat how it'll be affecting you. I'm not reading in each individual sign on how it will be affecting you. I'm just giving everybody the general aspects of it. This is going to be brief, thank goodness. It's going to be brief. So once again, welcome to MissNJoy's Tarot. I am MissNJoy. This is your planetary retrograde schedule for 2026. Everybody, please take the time to click like, subscribe, join, and share. That will be greatly, greatly appreciated. Any donations also are always welcome. You can send those via super chat or any other way. The information on how to reach me or how to donate to the channel is in the channel description and in the description of each video. And if you're a regular subscriber, then you already know the other ways to go about donating. Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. Okay. So that being said, thank you for being here. Everyone is welcome here. Let's go ahead and get into these energies. The good news, the great news, the awesome news. It should be a light astrological year. I can't speak for politics. I don't know how that's going to affect our lives, but the heavenly bodies aren't going to be so harsh on us this year. Our Mercury retrogrades even seem to be a little shorter than normal. Of course, you still have to factor in your pre and post retrograde energies. So give that some thought as well as I go through really quickly and just run through the dates of when all of this will be occurring. So usually we hit hard between the end of the summer, early fall, and through winter. Usually it becomes a very heavy and hectic retrograde season where at times, most years, we have had previously anyway, the past 4 or 5 years, we've had about 5-6 planets in retrograde simultaneously. If you don't know what that means, all at the same time. And I just call it retrograde season because the planets are always like retrograding so hard. I forgot to close my curtain. It's fine. Nothing back there but my baby's heating pad. And it's not even on and she's over here eating. So we're good. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with the granddaddy of all retrogrades, the one everybody knows about and everyone fears. Most people aren't really even aware that because Mercury retrograde is so popular, most people are not even aware that other planets retrograde. Most of them do at some point or some period due to the magnetic pull on each planet by the sun, and as they move through their orbits around the sun at different times in orbit, most planets are closer, just as we are. Sometimes of the year, our year, we're closer to the sun, and at other times of the year, we're further to the sun because we don't orbit in a complete circle. It's more like an oval shape. So sometimes we're closer, and on the out edges of our orbit, we are farther. That it also contributes to when we have spring and summer and fall and things of that nature. So that being said, that explains what causes retrogrades. We go faster and normal speeds as we get closer to the sun, and as we move out and we're on the outskirts of our revolutions around the sun, our orbits, then we tend to slow down, or most planets tend to slow down just a bit. We don't, not so much, which is great because it would be detrimental. That's why we're in what's called the sweet spot, and we have life, whereas they're assuming most of the planets in our solar system do not. We're in the perfect spot, so we don't go too far from the sun to cause damage to our planet and us. We're still in the inhabitable zone. So that being said, first let's look at the big baby here. Everybody's here for this, so let's start. I should do it last, so you have to wait. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do it last. So you got to watch all the other ones so that you're aware and you don't just watch Mercury and leave me. Because, that's what people do when they just come for what they want. They just take what they want and then they leave. Moving forward. Moving forward. So we're going to go backwards. So that means we're going to be starting with Jupiter. Jupiter is going to be retrograding in Leo. It's going to begin on December 13th, and it's going to go all the way in 2026, and it's going to go all the way through April 13th, 2027. Okay, so that's going to be that's where we're going to be at the end of the year. So most of the some of the time, no, actually just 3 days. So, but let me go back. Jupiter affects your growth and your luck and your potential. Okay. So during this time, which is right around when most people are doing resolutions, reflecting on the year before and the year and looking to what to change for the year incoming and hoping that we're all saying, oh God, hopefully next year is better than this year and yada, yada, yada. So that's right in time. That's right on time. So it'll be affecting your growth, your luck, and your change. All right. So and changes within yourself. So that's good. It's a good time to look at what you did not accomplish in 2026 that you set out to accomplish and what you would like to accomplish as you move into 2027. So that's just in time for that. And once again, that's Jupiter retrograde in Leo, 12 December 13th through April 14th. Now, for each of these, you're going to want to figure in for about 7 to 10 days before and after. That's your pre and your post retrograde periods, where you'll feel as you go in your pre retrogrades, you're going to feel the energies increase and get heavier and stronger. And on the exit of the post retrograde, some people actually feel as though it gets worse toward the end, but it may be different for everybody. All right. But that's when the planet is speeding up and getting back to its normal speed and its normal groove in its orbit. Okay. All right. So back one step further, we are going to Saturn. Saturn will be retrograding in 2026. It'll be retrograding in the sign of Aries. Aries. I'm Aries. So it's going to begin its retrograde, given you factor in your pre and post retrograde periods, cycle periods. You're going to be it's going to be retrograding from July 27th to December 10th. Okay. All right. And that's the karma planet. That's what you have put out there will come back to you, the karmic return retrograde. So this is what you put out there will be coming back to you, no matter what you put out there. So I advise you go into this year putting out that positivity so that you don't have any negativity to reap. You want to have only positivity to reap. Sow the positivity, reap the positivity. You reap what you sow, big babies. Okay. Okay. All right. And there you have it. It's responsibility and karma. So that's your planet of karmic return, and it's in Aries. So you're going to look for it to be coming with a vengeance, with a very powerful, very determined, very specific energy. So it's an energy of not just experiencing the karma that you deserve, having the life you deserve, the day you deserve, but with a vengeance, and knowing, being fully aware with the responsibility aspect of it, speaking to taking accountability. So if it's going to hit you in a way that you're fully aware of why the hell am I going through this will not be a question. You'll know why. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to take a step back. one more time. And we're going to look at Venus, which will be retrograding in Scorpio for from October 3rd. Of course, once again, factor in your pre and post retrograde periods of about 7 to 10 days. Um, so you're going from October 3rd to November 14th, excuse me. And that's Venus in Scorpio. Venus retrograding in the sign of Scorpio, in the house of Scorpio. That's love, finance, and values. That's love, finance, and values. This is going to be a very direct energy. There's not going to be such a thing as I'm crushing on this person. It's going to be more like a hey, I like you type of energy. And in a very not giving a what type of energy going on there. Like you're going to go at it and not care. You're going to go for what you want. You're going to make those money moves. You're going to make those decisions. You're going to pursue those avenues with passion that you had been fearful of pursuing previously, whether it's money, finance, value, things, people, places that you love. You're going to be going hard. All right. But you're also going to want to look out if you have a love connection or you're seeking love during that time period. You're going to want to be very careful about how you go about it, because it could make you could move a little too quickly. So you're actually going to need to slow down right along with the Venus energy. Take things slower. It may come in hot, it may come in quick, it may blind you. You may hit that cupcake phase hard and fast. I'm gonna need you to take a step back, breathe, and remember that Venus is in retrograde. If you're in a relationship or have a connection already, try to cool your heels before you have arguments, disagreements, or heated discussions. You might want to put it off if at all possible. You might want to put it off, okay? Because with it ending around 11/14, November 14th, the last thing you want to do is be rolling into Thanksgiving and mad at your person, okay? So try not to be so critical or hard on your partner during that time period. Try to remember, okay, wait, it's October, November. MissNJoy said, let's not argue. Let's not get angry. Let's not, something that seemed minuscule under normal times of the year, you may tend to take harder and blow out of proportion. So I'm going to need you to get it together, slow down, calm down, think again, and think one more time before taking any actions in love during this period. Okay. All right. And now, last but not least, so that's right, people, this year, we are actually only experiencing 4 planets going through retrograde, which is compared to the past, like I said, the past 5 years or so. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. This is a retrograde light year. This year is very retrograde light, and I love it. Um, Mercury retrograde. So we have the spring, the summer, and the winter retrograde. And that's where we're at here. Actually, we are currently in the pre-shadow period of the Mercury retrograde. What's today? I would actually the 7th. I'd say actually within the next 5 days or so, we'll be slowly starting to creep into the pre-shadow period of our first Mercury retrograde of 2026, looking at February 26th as the first day of full on retrograde, and that will be ending in Pisces, it's taking place, excuse me, it's taking place mostly in Pisces period. Through no, I'm sorry, we're kind of yeah, we'll be ending and we'll be beginning in Aquarius, but we'll be ending in Pisces. Okay, with the wrapping up at on the fuck of the words that got coming out. maybe we are in pre-shadow period because I'm mumbling and stumbling and fumbling. Um, we'll be ending the retrograde on March 20th. And like I said, that's going to begin in Aquarius. And in the post shadow period, will take you probably right on through March 30th and around the 1st of April. It'll be ending right on my birthday. Yay! For me. It'll be ending March 20th. So you're going to lend maybe another 10 days to that. So you're going to be looking at about March 30th, March 31st for the wrapping up of that spring retrograde cycle that we're hitting shortly. Okay. All right. So your summer retrograde season is running from, that's going to be in Cancer, and it's running from June 29th. So, yes, it's running from June 29th to July 23rd. I have trouble reading my own handwriting. Don't judge me. Through July 23rd. Of course, once again, it's technically going to be beginning somewhat in Gemini energy, in the house of Gemini, it's factoring in your pre-shadow period, and technically it's still going to be kind of wrapping up in Cancer season. Okay. So that is your summer retrograde, June 29th through July 23rd. Okay. All right. So then we go into our fall winter retrograde, which is going to take us through Ojalá los Muertos. Samhain will be taking place. Your fall festival, and winter festivals will be taking place October 24th for your winter retrograde, fall winter retrograde, October 24th through November 13th. Okay. And that'll be wrapping up in the house of Scorpio. All right. So remember, once again, you're going to factor about 10 days for your pre-shadow period. So that's putting you at October 14th. And it'll be ending your post-shadow period around November 23rd. And that will definitely be in Scorpio. Okay. All right. Well, actually, yeah. Okay. So that's about it. I will do updates, or I will try to do individual as we go through the Mercury retrogrades. So that'll put me doing 3 of those this year. Give me maybe a couple of weeks, and I'll come in and I will do. Actually, I may do it next week so we get ahead of it. I will do a reads where I go through, do an all signs read where I go through each individual zodiac sign and tell you what to be looking out for and what to be working on through your Mercury retrograde periods. Okay. All right. So be looking for 3 of those. This was really brief. I just wanted to get in, let you guys know what's going to be going on and what the retrogrades for the year look like. Like I said, we only got 4 planets in retrograde for 2026. That is fabulous. It is retrograde light. So hopefully that means we're going to have a fairly reasonable and light, straightforward year. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Thank you very much. I'm going to take a minute or 2 off, even though nobody stuck their head in to say hey during this chat. And I may do some questions coming up shortly. All right. Love you guys. Bye.